Alright, we are live. And there are people throwing trash. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to the trash can. And they just throw them on the ground. I don't know. Alright, just getting to the trail. Day 95. I'm already picking trash up. Hit 190 miles today. Wow. $200 miles right around the corner. Literally. Let's see who comes in first this morning. If you're watching the replay, thank you very much. Got a big day planned today. Not necessarily not for the walk, but other things coming up. I'll talk about them during the live stream. A little chilly this morning, 39 degrees, but it's supposed to be nice and warm today. I'm going to warm up in the upper 70s today. It's supposed to be up in the 80s next week. Oh, looking forward to that. I love warm weather. People kind of slow coming in this morning. Had a pretty good live stream yesterday. The numbers were good anyway. Looking forward to having a good one again today. I am out on a 2-mile walk. Day 95 in a row of walking 2 miles. So we're going to hit 190 miles today. I come out every day and live stream from this walk. Michael, hello. How are you? Welcome in. My name's Dave. I'm out here. Come out here every day and take a walk for 2 miles. It's on a walking trail. Goes 1 mile out and I turn around and come back 1 mile. Been doing this for 95 days in a row now. And yeah, it's good for me. Good way to start the morning. I'm in Georgia. Doing very well. Thank you. It's good physical exercise. Obviously, I'm getting the physical exercise out of it. It's mental as well. I come out and live stream, talk to a bunch of real nice, friendly people. It's definitely good for my mental health. Just kind of get my day started rather than just sitting and doing what I used to do all the time, which is just scrolling on YouTube and sitting on my butt, drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes. I've been a smoker for 50 years, over 50 years. You liked and subscribed? All right, thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that. If you watch my channel, you go to my channel and watch some of the different videos. Best place to start, if you're not familiar with me at all, is the playlist entitled Get Busy Living. That's the motto of my channel. It's from the movie Shawshank Redemption. and where he says we have a choice. We can either get busy living or get busy dying. And I suffered with pretty deep depression, and I kind of talk about it a little bit in that playlist, a couple of my videos, and started YouTube, started live streaming every day, and my life has turned around. Nothing spectacular. I'm not all of a sudden a millionaire and everything's perfect. Still got struggles on a daily basis, but I'm fighting to overcome them. So hopefully somewhere along the way I can reach someone and help them to change their outlook. So action, hello. What's up with you? Welcome in this morning. Appreciate you being here. You love me. Oh, thank you very much. Azerbaijan. Well, welcome. I'm in Georgia in the United States of America. Down south, a little chilly down here today, this morning. It's like 39 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's supposed to warm up into the 70s, upper 70s today. So maybe close to a 40-degree temperature change from this morning till this afternoon. So I come out here and walk every day on this trail, and it's 1 mile from one end to another. Starts off in a park and goes to another park. Half of it is in the woods, which I'm getting ready to enter right now, and about half mile of it I walk through the woods. See deer a lot of time out here. Oh, you're from the Philippines. All right. Well, hopefully everything's going well there. I know you've been having a lot of typhoons and earthquakes and stuff like that over there, and hopefully everything is well there. I have a fair amount of people that follow me from the Philippines. Turn this back around on me. Here we are. I have been doing this. Like I said, this is the 95th day in a row of doing this. So keep on pushing it. Good morning. Jerry, hello, how are you? Good to see you as well. We are out on day 95 of our walking trips. Day 100 just around the corner next Thursday. I plan on going someplace different. There's a waterfall about an hour north of here at a state park. I'm gonna go up there for the day and do my walk up there in the morning, same time. Just need to leave the house a lot earlier. But that will be the 100th day in a row of doing it, and it'll make 200 miles of walking. So looking forward to it. Yeah, special event. Absolutely. Is today a day for bourbon? No, I've got a sip of bourbon left in my bottle at home. Maybe on day 100 that night I'll have I'll finish that bottle off.
Hey, man.
Good morning.
He was sold by people believe.
Mainly off grid is here. Good morning to you, sir. Good to see you today. Day 95. We are off in the woods. Got a big day planned today. I didn't get a whole lot done yesterday, but I did get a couple of things done. I got the flags, the wooden flags I'm making. Got a step further on those. I'll show you when we get back home. I'll show you where I'm at on those. But I hope to get more toward those done. Maybe finish them up tomorrow. And be able to start editing that video and get the full video out. So, you're working today? Oh man, that sucks. Never too late to find wonder in the world. Absolutely not. Yeah, the waterfalls I'm planning on going to on day 100. I've been there before. It's a state park. There's waterfalls with walking trails, and then there's a campground there. There's a nice lake, swimming pool. Obviously, we're not going to be utilizing that. Don't think it's even open, but anyway, yeah, I camped up there one time for about, I think, 3 nights. They rent yurts, and I rented a yurt up there one time. Camped there for a few nights. It's pretty nice. Actually, I think that's probably the last time I went camping. So, Andrew, how are you doing? Welcome. Money still wants me to be the president. No, thank you. No, thank you. Would not accept that job for nothing. Make me king for a year. I'll take it. Make me the king where I can rule and do exactly what I want to do. Don't have to pass anything through Congress. Don't have to worry about anybody saying no to me. I say this is the way it's going to be, and that's the way it's going to be. I'll take that. Not president. So we're coming out of the woods now into the other park at the other side of the trail, and you can see the sun coming up through the trees there. This is a pretty nice park over here. Real nice basketball courts. Those in the afternoons, those are packed full of people. And then they have playground equipment, shelters, and yeah, probably tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon, this whole park will be full of people. Everybody getting in there. Last minute family reunions and picnics and cookouts and things like that in the park. Yes, it's very nice. This is nice. It looks nice today. Look at that view. That is nice. Nice sunny weather. It's quiet out here. Nobody. I've passed 2 people walking this morning. Normally I pass half dozen to a dozen. I cannot read the chat right now because of the sun in my eyes. try to here. Let's see. The nicest way possible, yeah. Glowing view. Go to the light, Dave. I hope I don't hear that anytime soon. Yeah, I'm not ready to hear that at all. It's nice out here today, though. A little chilly, but I can live through this because I know what's coming later this afternoon. Nice, warm, sunny weather. Thinking of doing something different, or doing something, yeah, well, it's going to be different. Thinking about live streaming later on today. I'm going to work on my flags a little bit this morning. Get some things done, try to finish some things up on those. But I want to get my pole saw out and trim up a tree in my front yard. So I think I might get that out and go live while I'm doing that. So, good morning. Yeah, it's definitely close enough to going to the light. I'll go to that light. If I heard those words coming from heaven right now, I think I would fight it tooth and nail. There's just way too much left to do. Way too much left to do. I got things I need to finish, things I want to accomplish, things I want to fix, and we'll leave it at that. All right. Well, we got to see my favorite view from the other side today, and there it is again from this side. I know I show it every day. It's probably boring for everybody, but for some reason that's just one of my favorite views in the world. Is just seeing those great big huge tall pine trees with the sun shining on them like that. I love it. I absolutely love it. And there I am walking on stilts again. I've talked about the amount of pine needles down here, and you can see just on the trail. I mean, they're all from that tree, or these trees along here. And yeah, that's why they use it as mulch down here. It's a very abundant source. And I've got sunshine on my shoulder. You know what that does? It makes me happy. All alone today? Where is everybody?
Man. This is great. Saw 5 deer, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I love it. Coming down here, walking.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful weather.
Yeah.
And you're going to Ohio? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'll be up there eventually. I'm not sure when, but
Yeah.
I'm working on this house. I'm trying to get it done, and well, it's listed on Zillow for sale, but still needs some work done to it. So
Yeah.
people aren't real interested. Everybody wants a perfect house now, you know, brand new, but they don't want to pay for a brand new house.
Perfect houses cost a lot of money.
I know.
The loans, the
Yeah,
interest
yeah.
rates. And,
Yeah, exactly.
All you got to do is flip on the channel. You can listen to them talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Follow it. No, I'm not interested in housing, but I follow the news, the housing markets, like cars are crashing.
Yeah.
Who builds a good car now? All that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, where's it at?
It's just right at the other end of the park, or where the park is.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner on Oak Street there.
Okay.
It's
I know where that's at.
yeah, right on it's the house on the corner, the one that's got all the brush piled up in the front yard right now. I've been cleaning up the yard because it's been overgrown. I've just been letting it go for like 4 years, and I've been cleaning all that up, and so.
What have you got on that's got to get done?
The basement needs to be finished. It's a finished basement, and I got drywall that needs to be hung down there, and got some floors I need sand. Got a whole kitchen, bathrooms, all that's brand new. Put a new roof on it. In
What kind of floors are in there?
The ones I need finished are hardwood or wood floors. I do have some tile in there in a couple of the rooms, so. But the two bedrooms upstairs and the living room need to be refinished. So,
you know, we'd have run into each other 20 years ago. Man, I know all kind of people that do that kind of stuff. Brick masons.
yeah.
People. I mean.
Oh, I've called people, tried to get people to come out and work for me.
Yeah.
It's impossible. You can't get them anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I had
Hey there.
I had a guy come, and just some guy. He was actually sitting at Walmart with a sign at Walmart, and I said, "Do you want to work?" And he said, "Yeah, I want to work." And I said, "Okay, show up at my house tomorrow morning, and I'll pay you. I'm gonna pay him $20 an hour." I told him 10 hours a week is all I need you for. I'll pay you $200 a week, and you work 10 hours, you're done, and I'll pay you your $200. And he's like, okay, yeah, absolutely, $200 a week, absolutely. And he showed up first day, worked about 3 hours, came up, knocked on my door, said, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. And I said, all right, that's fine. And I actually paid. I gave him $10 to go buy some lunch, and never came back. Never came back. So he worked for like 4 hours.
What does that tell you about what's going on?
Yeah, he worked like 4 hours for $10.
That's damn.
Yeah. I'm gonna take off, man.
Hey, have a good day.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. To be 60 plus in Ohio today. Yeah, dry year, definitely you get a lot of pine needles. Jerry, it looks like it's just me and you today, buddy. I don't know where everybody's at this morning. You don't mind just hanging out with me for a while, do you, Jerry? That guy, I see that guy every day. I hardly ever stop and really talk to him. He's usually out here. There's usually 3 or 4 of them walking at the same time. Well, I thought today I'd stop and talk for a minute. I know he likes to stop and talk to people, so I see him all the time on the trail talking. Brian is here. Good morning, Brian. Welcome in this morning. Not going to make any record times today. I just stopped and talked to a guy on the trail for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. No record time today. Definitely good to see you this morning, Brian. We are on our way back. As you can tell by the change in sunlight, I just walked back into the woods. Walks herself alone. Yeah. I've been out here alone before, and didn't feel alone. I had someone with me. That's for sure. Good morning. And Kim, we are back. Yes, we are. I'm back out on the trail, walking again today. No record-breaking times today, but I stopped and talked to another fellow walker for 3 or 4 minutes. Just chit-chatting. Company. Got some people that joined us. There for a while, people just joined in for a while. It was just me and Jerry talking. Who gave him a price? Yeah, I don't think he's in the market to buy a house. I think he's well established down here. But you're right, I probably should have. Only 10 degrees Fahrenheit there. Whew. Man, this is nice. Yes, it is. Nice quiet little group this morning on the chat. It is nice. Yesterday I had a school teacher, been on my channel before, and fourth grade school teacher, and she had told me she was going to do it before but never had. She let her students start asking me questions, and that was kind of fun. If you're interested in seeing that, go to the replay from yesterday's walk, day 94, and toward the end of the video, probably, I don't know, the last half hour or so, maybe a little bit more than that, and yeah, a bunch of fourth graders asking me questions about if I was alive when unicorns were alive, and whether or not I had to walk 100 miles to school every day, those kinds of questions. It was fun. I enjoyed it. You missed that? Yesterday was 94. Today's 95, Brian. Don't short me a day. I have trouble keeping up sometimes. I have to, when I'm doing my title for my live stream, I have to look back the day prior and see what day I was on the day before. 95, even better. Yes, sir. We will hit 190 miles of walking today. I think I'm doing all right. Thinking about doing a little bit different this afternoon. Probably around noon or so. Going live again. I'm gonna trim up a tree out in my front yard, and I think I'm gonna just go live during that. See what happens. Inspiration. Thank you, Brian. That's my hope. I hope that somewhere, some way, someone sees one of my videos and says, hell, if that old man can do it, I can too. Or even just, man, I need to do that. That helped me too. It definitely helped me. I still struggle getting things done, but I wake up every morning now with a purpose. I know that I'm gonna get up, drink a little bit of coffee, and get ready to go on my walk. So I know that's coming. And it's definitely something to look forward to. I really, really do enjoy doing this. I heard noises behind me. Once again, no deer today. Don't forget to drink some water. Dogs are barking. Yeah, I think they're pretty far off. Looks like we had enough cold weather here. You can see all the kudzu is wilted back. It won't kill it though. It'll all be back next spring. I can guarantee you that. That stuff just cannot be killed. It's amazing how fast that stuff grows. Yeah, so I'm thinking around noon my time, I'm going to get out the pole saw and trim up that tree in my front yard and go live while I'm doing it. Just for something different. Try something different on my YouTube channel. See how it works out. Deer cleaned out the bird feeders. Ducky's here. Good morning, Ducky. Morning. See you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I was up. I sat down around 7, 8 o'clock and ended up falling asleep. Got back up about midnight and was up about 3 hours. And was outside and saw 3 deer across the street just kind of meandering around. Plywood, how are you this morning? Yeah, I'm just going to try something a little bit different. And when I get back to the house, I'll kind of show you the tree I'm talking about. I walk past it every day, but it's just, there's parts of it that like protrude out and they just don't, it doesn't look like a typical tree. Looks like the tree has ears on it. And then there's branches that are hanging down. I have to duck under when I'm cutting the grass. So I'm going to try and cut those up higher so that I don't have to duck under them. So, and just make it look a little bit better. But yeah, I think I'm going to go live during that, and I'm thinking it's going to be right around noon. By the time I get done with the live stream this morning, get my phone plugged in and charged up a little bit, I think we'll be all right. See how that works out. No, not taking the whole tree down, just trimming it. Morning. He's ready to run. Kind of quiet this morning. Not a lot of people in the chat. Had a lot of people yesterday. Weekend, everybody taking it easy this weekend. Bren is here. Hi, Bren. Good to see you this morning. I am almost done with the walk. Ducky's tired. Did you get your, I meant to ask you, did you get your final cat tree put up yesterday? I saw the picture that you posted, the last, I think it was the last one. You did get it put up? All right. Is a picture of that posted now? Last one I saw, you said you had one more to do. You said your arms are feeling like rubber though. All 4 of them are done. Super tired. You got to work today, Bren? You don't have anything up on that one yet? Okay. One. Yeah, they are amazing cat trees. I would imagine those cats are having a blast on those. Lester is here. The Marshmallow Man. Wish I was a cat. You'd be moving to Ducky's house. Rainy's not here today. Not yet, anyway. Matthias, hello. Yeah, I'm running. My time's way off today. I stopped to talk to a regular walker. He's by himself today. Normally he has 2 or 3 guys with him. And so I just stopped to talk to him. I see him every day, but stopped to him for 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm definitely not hitting any records today. Just about done with the 2 miles though. On day 95, we will have 190 miles in the books. And there's the sign. All right there. We have made it. Knee is not feeling too bad today. Still a little ache in it, but not too bad. Another day complete, and yeah, just over 30, just right at 37 minutes. So I stopped and talked to that guy about, I know, a good 3 or 4 minutes. So I got under 35 as far as I'm concerned. You see him on the camera. Is the sun shining out there on your front steps? '95th day. Absolutely. It's amazing that many days have gone by since I started doing this. I need to figure out what day it was, the exact date that I started. I know it's easy enough to do, but watching the birds, oh, okay. You got bird feeders out there? Or just birds in the trees? For a while, there was a bunch of cats in my neighborhood. I'd see, I don't know, 3 or 4 cats all the time. 3 or 4 different cats. And anymore, I might see 1 here and there. And pretty much it's the same 1 or maybe 2 that I see wandering around the neighborhood. But I've never been able to get them to come to me. I'll call them and they just take off running the opposite direction. I've never offered them food, so I guess that's probably why. You put out feeders. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so there's lots and lots of birds. Guardian's cat lay in the window. Yeah, so I'm going to go live later on today, probably around noon. And that tree right there, the big one, this one right here, I'm going to trim that back a little bit. You can kind of see off on that side, there's like a little ear that sticks out. And then same thing on this side over here, you'll see it more, it's more pronounced. But yeah, it's kind of comes down. I'm gonna try to make it a lot more, I don't know, conical shape, I guess. And then also just raise it up a little bit so it's easier to walk under. So I'm gonna go live streaming, or go live around noon, I think. Once I'm done with this, plug my phone in for a while, and get my phone charged up for a little while, and do all that. I want to get underneath here and trim back away from that bush, and I'm going to trim that bush up some, but I don't want to trim it up a whole lot because you can see it's starting to get the flowers on it. I showed you guys the flowers the other day. There's hundreds of these on here. Hundreds and hundreds of these flowers. Beautiful. And yeah, in December, this tree, this bush will be just full of those red flowers like that. And they come in all kinds of different colors, but you can see all the buds on here. They're just everywhere. So I don't want to kill all those flowers. So I'm gonna try and trim a little bit of the height off of that. Yes, Brent, I am going to use the pole saw. I am going to use the pole saw today. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try something just a little bit different and see how that works out. Do a live stream in the afternoon, early afternoon, of me just working out in the yard. I probably won't be talking a whole lot. That might be a good thing for everybody. Everybody might be saying, yay! I do want to show you. I got snot in my mustache. I do want to show you where I got on my... Oh, turn on some lights. Where's my light switch? Do want to show you how far I got on my flags yesterday. Double the Mr. Hustle, absolutely. There are the two unstained flags. I got the stencils on them yesterday and got the stars painted on them and the 1776 painted on that. I'm going to take these outside after the live stream and start putting some urethane on them. I did get the other stained one assembled, and that paper's just laying there. When I painted the stars on that, I just took the paper and threw it down there. But I got to get the field up there. I need to get that stained blue and today. So I want to get some urethane on those, and then I want to get the blue stain on those and possibly get the stencils painted so these are ready for urethane as well. So hopefully by tomorrow I will have 2 coats of urethane on both of these, and we'll see how they are. They are not perfect, I guarantee you that. There's definitely, that board right there is definitely raised up, but they are rustic flags. So that's what they're supposed to look like, is rustic. And yes, my smoke detector is still beeping. I have not, there it goes again. I have not been to the store to buy any batteries yet. So, the other night I stopped at the little neighborhood Walmart and I grabbed milk, coffee, and a couple frozen meals. And I knew this was going to happen. I said to myself, yeah, I'll go to the grocery tomorrow. But I knew that basically that was going to help me to exist for another 2 days. So, yeah, and that's exactly what's happened. Is I have not been back to the store since because I got meals for 2 days. I got plenty of milk and plenty of coffee, so I'm set. So quite the eye for an old guy. Thank you, Brian. Flags are looking great. Thank you. Bren likes pole saws. Well, Bren, hopefully you're not working today and you'll be able to come join my live this afternoon. See me out here with my pole saw trimming up that tree out there. A little birdie chirping. Yeah, chirp, chirp, chirp. Yeah, I made some of those already, and I took them up to Ohio with me, and I was trying to do a video of how to make them, and I lost some of the footage, and I tried to refilm it, and I just never could put together a decent looking video on how to build them. So I never did. Well, I ended up taking them up to Ohio with me a few weeks ago, and I went up there and ended up giving them all away. So these 4 that I'm building are just mainly just for the video purposes. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them once I'm building them. My son's coming probably next week, and he's going to take that flag. That's his. So he's going to take that. So I'll probably hang one of them, at least, maybe 2 of them up there. But all 4 of them are slightly different. So, and I want to do a poll and see which one's the favorite out of the 4 that I do once they're all done. So. Peppermint mocha coffee. That sounds pretty good. I'm not a big flavored coffee guy. Plain old Colombian coffee. Cream and sugar, regular old cream. Coffee is good this morning, Joshua. It is very good. When is that not true, though? Coffee you're drinking like rocket fuel? There you go. What is it, Ducky? I have had dogs, yes. The video that I put out not too long ago of like the montage of all those pictures, there's 2 dogs in there, and they're the last 2 dogs I've owned. The German Shepherd I had for about 7 years. She ran away and got hit by a car. And then the little one, I have no idea what it is, but somebody told me it's a long-haired dachshund, but I don't think it was a dachshund. But the little one that's sitting like in the rolled up wire or extension cord, yeah, that was the last one I had, and she got out of the yard and got hit by a car too. So I actually heard her get hit by the car. It was right in front of my house. So you set the coffee maker to intent. Colombian coffee. Yeah, Ducky, what kind of FDC skull crushing? Okay. Set the coffee maker to intense. Lester went shopping again yesterday. You got your cards charged up, didn't you? Colombian and pumpkin spice. Yeah, there's I think there's a picture of each of them on that in that little montage I did, and that German Shepherd, she's a sweetheart. She was a sweetheart. She was tiny for a German Shepherd, and people used to, even when she was like 6 or 7 years old, people used to say, "Is that a puppy?" And I'm like, "Nope, she's full grown." She was the runt of the litter, and that's why we chose her, because we picked her right out of the litter. And she was a sweetheart. Was a big sweetheart. I didn't treat her well enough. It broke my heart. I buried her in the backyard. It broke my heart that day. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. I went and picked her up where she got hit, and had her wrapped up in a tarp, but her tail was like hanging out of the tarp. So she was laying right next to me while I was digging a hole to bury her in. I couldn't get myself to stop digging because I didn't want to put her in that hole. Damn. I didn't think it was going to affect me like that, but I didn't want to put her in that hole, so I just kept digging and digging and digging. I ended up almost up to my neck in that hole. Had to fight my way back out of the hole. Had to use the shovel to lift myself up out of that hole before when I finally quit digging. So yeah, it was tough. It was tough. No, you know what? If you're talking about my dog getting hit by a vehicle, the person that hit it, I knew who did. Well, the guy I worked with worked at the same place of the person that hit the dog, and she stopped, and my dog was laying in the middle of the road, and she dragged my dog off the road so it wouldn't get run over again, and she ended up taking like 3 days off work because of it. She was very heartbroken. Actually, came to my house. Um, she asked if she could. Asked the guy I worked with if she could come and see me, and she came to my house like 2 or 3 days later, and she sat and cried at my dog's over my dog's grave. So yeah, she is a sweetheart, and she felt so bad about it, but the dog just ran right out in front of her, and she couldn't. She was driving a big box truck, and there's no way that she could stop it. So if that's what you're talking about, yeah, she didn't get away with anything. She felt horrible. Anyway, that's sad, sad stuff. That was a long time ago too. It was at least 10 years ago. And someone gave me that little dog afterwards, and I really didn't want a replacement dog, but someone thought I had to have a replacement dog. And I love that dog. I mean, she's a little sweetheart. She's a little wild thing. Ran all over the place, but yeah, it was sad when she died as well. So he had lots of German shepherds. Yeah, they are very loyal and good dogs. And memory becomes a treasure. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, I still have pictures on my phone of her chasing geese down by the river. I used to take her for a walk, and there was a river close to us, and there was always geese down there, and she'd be chasing those geese. And then one time, one of the geese decided, and you know what, I'm not running from you, and stood up to my dog, and the dog just came yelping back to me. It's like, okay, save me, save me. I didn't realize they'd fight back. But that German Shepherd, yeah, she would chase a ball. I mean, I could if my arm would stay on my shoulder, I could throw a ball 24 hours a day, and that dog would just keep chasing and keep chasing, keep chasing. Big Daddy Chicken Patty. Why don't you ask me a reasonable question? Why not ask me what I think about mashed potatoes? I like mashed potatoes. Why would that be the first question that you ask me? Yeah, that's got to be tough. That's got to be tough. I remember when I was a kid, we had a dog, and yeah, she had distemper and had to be put to sleep. And but I was a kid, probably under 10. But I remember I went with me and my sister went with my mom to the vet when she had her put to sleep, or they had her put to sleep, and they explained what was going on, and they took our dog back. I wasn't in the room when it happened, but um, they took her back in the back room. We never saw her again. That was explained to us. So, and then we got taken to ice cream, Dairy Queen, or the little ice cream place down the street from the vet's office right after that. So got two right next to you, German Shepherds. Cool, Kevin. 16 years old. Wow. Or you got two Chihuahuas right next to you. Chihuahuas are fun little dogs. I call them Chihuahuas. Carlos. Almost 14 when he passed. What was your dog's name, Bren? You might have mentioned it already. You got his ashes in your living room TV. Oh, wow. Big Daddy Chicken Patty, you got a pit bull. Okay. What do you think about mashed potatoes? Do you like mashed potatoes there, Big Daddy? Name was Ranger. Cool. Action. Well, because I used to have brown hair. Still got some color in my hair. There's still like black whiskers or dark whiskers in there here and there, but it's mostly white. Probably some coffee that gets up in there, you know, save that flavor from the coffee. You like sweet potato and sweet potato pies. Now, see, Big Daddy, me and you are not going to get along. I hate sweet potatoes. I do not like sweet potatoes. Someone gave me a piece of sweet potato pie one time and said it tastes just like pumpkin pie. And I took a bite of it and I spit it right back out. I should have spit it in their face because they lied to me. It does not taste like pumpkin pie. And me and you aren't going to get along. That first question you asked, that don't matter at all. It's mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes and you like sweet potatoes. Out of here, man. Ban him from my channel. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I do not like sweet potatoes. I won't eat anything with sweet potatoes in it. I don't give a damn about your politics. You like sweet potatoes. Get out of here. Daniel, how are you? Just got back from my 2-mile walk. I live stream every day from a 2-mile walk, and I have done that 95 days in a row now. Going all the way to a full year of doing it. Whatever happens. If I have to, if the weather's so bad, I'll move it indoors if I have to. Next week, I will be hitting day 100 of doing it, so I'm going someplace different from normal. And I'm going to go up to a place called High Falls. I'm in Georgia. I'm going to go up to a place called High Falls State Park. And there's waterfalls there, and nice, beautiful scenery, some nice walking trails, and a campground. I'm going to start there, so I'm going to take my day 100 walk there. So good, man. Just started my day with coffee and a joint. It's a good way to start the day, Daniel. Oh, you got 3 Chihuahuas, rat terriers. Yeah. What time is it here? I think it is 8:30 a.m. 17:30, 5:30 in the evening. Is it dark there already? Dan is here. Dan the pitch man is here. Rat terrors. It's starting to get dark there. Yeah, I hate that it gets dark so early in the day. Much rather have summertime, warm weather, and it stays daylight until 9 o'clock at night. It's Fajita, Spider-Man. Okay, Fajita, good to see you here today. You got a new name, huh? Bear, Scrappy, and Buddy. Cool names. Dan the Waffle House man, because I worked there as his first job as a kid. Yeah, Lester had pugs. He loves pug. Don't you still have your pug shower curtain, Lester? Famita K. Okay. Yeah, those are great names. You saying that brought that back to my mind? Oh, okay. Okay. Dan, the Waffle House man. After suffering from school, I'm finally back, boys. All right. J-Dog's here. How you doing, J-Dog? Good to see you today. How are things for you? I haven't seen you lately. I haven't been on many people's channels lately. No, not exactly sure why. I've been trying to watch other stuff, getting ideas for my channel, and so just kind of watching what other people are doing. Pugs are cute. Yep, hanging up in my shower. Pug shower curtain. 5:30 a.m. over there. Yes, it is. Dan pitching my channel. Love you, Dan. Love you for that, Dan. And what's the difference between a Famita and a Famita K? They have a huge pug memorabilia. Mike is making stuff is here. Good to see you, Mike. What are you up to today? You changed your profile? Yeah, I can see that. You changed your name and everything. J-Dog, I thought that you know, there's trolls that start out their messages with that to get you to read it, and they say, yeah, my sister just found out my sister's pregnant. Yeah. You scared me for a second there, J-Dog. That's cool. She got her first car. 2013 Ford Fusion. About to tear into the shop more. Keep making places for tools. There you go. Yeah, you scared me for a second, J-Dog. I do remember you from Mita. Absolutely. Bran is watching you. All right, Brian, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to try to go live again. Yeah, that is a common line for trolls because they get you reading it just like you did. They get you reading it. If you're just going along reading them out loud, yeah, you start reading it and yeah, and then find out, yeah, the little punchline at the end. They got me on that several times. And when you started that out with my little sister, I'm like, oh, geez, no, J-Dog. Brian, you take care. Have a safe trip into town. And if you do come by later on, I do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to try to go live again later on today. Just trying something a little bit different other than just my morning walks. And I'm going to get my pull saw out and I'm going to trim up a tree out in my front yard. Just kind of cut some branches off the sides and some stuff underneath. Just kind of raise it up a little bit so it's easier to walk under, cut grass and stuff, and look a little bit better. So hope you have a good weekend. Time flew fast. It's almost going to be Christmas. Yeah, I know, RJ. I know. Yeah, I saw something the other day, or yesterday maybe, and they said, yeah, it's like 50 days from 2026. Always a treat. Thank you. Parimish. How are you doing today? You're back. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate that. Make sure you double tap that screen. Is it cold outside? It's a little chilly. It started out this morning 39. Um, I guess you can still see my breath. I haven't smoked a cigarette in over an hour, so it's not. It might still be smoke from then, but there's so much smoke in my lungs. But yeah, it's a little chilly still. But it's supposed to be up in the upper 70s today, and like in the 80s next week. Cool overnight, like in the 40s and 50s. But yeah, definitely warm. Brandon's watching you, Famita. 50 degrees over in Washington. All right. Lester, 32.4 degrees here. Yeah, Brandon doesn't forget. Only 57 for a high there. Yeah, it's going to go. The highs today, well, the temperature difference today, it started out at 37 this morning and it's supposed to be 77 this afternoon. Famita, Spider-Man, he's nice now, so that's good. That's good. In Romania, it's 1537 and 14 degrees Celsius. 14 Celsius is probably, what, in the 40s or 50s as far as Fahrenheit goes? I always, the only thing I know about Celsius and Fahrenheit, the conversion, I know that 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 0 Celsius are the same. Pretty sure of that. So I can kind of, but I know it's not a constant scale, I don't think, but I know that 14 Celsius is, yeah, probably around, I'm guessing around 40 to 50 degrees. Ski resorts are making snow. All right. Pretty soon they're not going to have to make snow. They'll have plenty of their own. God will be making it for them. I guess Rainey didn't have to get up and get a kid ready for school this morning, so she's sleeping in this morning. I can call you Spider-Man? Okay. Yeah, they went for coffee and got lost. From freezing to boiling is 0 to 100. Okay. So 100 is boiling temperature, 0 is freezing temperature. Okay. Yeah. You don't have to keep reminding us, RJ. I know. I know that time's short. I'm supposed to be moved back up to Ohio before Christmas, so time is short. That's why I'm going to do what I'm doing this afternoon and going to live stream trimming up that tree, because that way I'll get it done. If I tell you all I'm going to go live to do it, it'll force me to get out there and actually do it, and it'll be done when I'm done live streaming. So 2 birds, 1 stone, you know? Coca-Cola has a new flavor called Holiday Creamy Vanilla. Haven't they had like vanilla Coke for a long time? Or they made it, yeah. Made it a little bit different. I remember back in the old days going back to going to the little oh gosh, what was it called? Lunch counter at with my grandma. In the summertime, me and my sister used to stay with my grandma because my mom worked, and we'd stay with my grandma for, I don't know, a week or so at a time. And my grandma, we'd get on the bus, because my grandma never did drive a car. But we'd get on the bus and we'd ride downtown to go see my mom at work. And then we'd go to lunch. My grandma would take us to lunch at the lunch counter at SS Kresge's. Remember Kresge's department stores? And they had one of those downtown. They still had the old lunch counter there. And my grandma would get us a grilled ham and cheese sandwich, a bowl of tomato soup, and she'd always let us have a cola. So, yep, vanilla Coke, or yeah, we'd always get something different. But favorite Pink Floyd song? The heck? That's odd. I would say favorite Pink Floyd song would be. I'd have to pick an album. I'm the same way. I prefer Pepsi. I will drink Coke from the fountain drinks, but I prefer if you did in a can or a bottle, I prefer Pepsi. If I do drink Coke, it has to be very, very cold. I don't like warm Coke. So, back to the favorite Pink Floyd song. I have to pick an album. My favorite album is Animals. Sheep, dogs, pigs, another pig on the wing, all of that. That's an excellent album. Pink Floyd, you gotta go album. But I agree with you, Ducky. I'm a Pepsi guy myself. Be careful with the walks. A daily streamer I knew went for a walk every day, live stream, and lost 60 pounds. Yet a drunk driver hit him on the live stream, killed him at 9 a.m. in the morning. Crazy. Wow. That took a bad turn. Well, I do walk in traffic sometimes, but yeah. Fairly small town, not a lot of traffic, and hopefully I'll be just fine. Not gonna worry about that. Peppermint mocha coffee is good. Only have it for the holidays. Local store called Stewart's. Shopped out of New York State. Okay. For you, it's comfortably numb. Money, time, wish you were here. Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah. I don't know. There's something about that Animals album that I love. The music on that, there's a song in the very beginning and a little short song at the very end. Just both of them real short songs, but there's only 3 songs, really long songs on there, and it's just the twists and turns and the transitions in all of the songs on the Animals album are just so great. And I mean, you can just sit back in the day, sit back with your favorite illegal substance and enjoy those albums. Some of those substances are legal now, which I think is a good thing. But T2, Google Nashville man killed by drunk driver in May. God does work in mysterious ways. Yes, indeed. It's time for some fresh coffee. My guardian has a huge Pink Floyd collection, posters and everything. That's cool. Up to 20 likes. Been to Stewart's Warehouse, but never been one of their stores. Okay, I've never heard of Stewart's. Coffee, coffee, coffee. I ought to spend some money and buy some coffee. So daggum expensive though. I mean, bigger old Maxwell House, $15 for a can of coffee now down here. I'm sure other parts of the country it's even more, but and I'm spilling it. Liquid gold. Wonder how much that is per gallon for coffee. Ducky and Plywood, J-Dog, subscribe to your channel. There you go, J-Dog. Thank you. They both put out some really good content. Some of them, a couple of them Midwesterners. Oh, wrong light switch. There we go. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do after I end the stream today, this morning, I'm going to get the 2 flags that I've got done and ready for urethane. I'm going to get those out and outside here, since it's going to be in the 70s today. I'm going to get them outside here and start putting some urethane on them. And get set up to start trimming that tree out front. And then I'll probably go live again sometime right around noon. So, oh, absolutely, J-Dog. We got, and part of the reason that people are blue in here, because it makes it a lot easier to get to other people's channels. So, yeah, T2, I guess you did. Majority of the reason I'm out walking is just to start my day out better than what I was doing before, and the physical part of it is positive. But I've never struggled with weight or anything like that, so not really concerned with that. Obviously, 65 years old, things start getting creaky and all that and hurting, so it's definitely helped with that. So. That's 2 kids and a woman behind. Yeah. God works in mysterious ways. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And that's why it's so important that we call people, talk to people as often as we possibly can, because you never know. Either they might not be here tomorrow, or you might not be here tomorrow. How's the lyrics to the song Dream On go? Dream on, dream on. Sing for me today. Sing for me. Because the good Lord may take you away. I forget. I don't know the exact lyrics, but yeah, look up the lyrics to Dream On if you've never really listened to the lyrics to that song. But Aerosmith, Dream On, by the way. I kind of assumed everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say Dream On, but. 58 years old. Yep. Gang, good news for us there, T2. Narwhals, swimming in the ocean. Until yesterday, I'd never heard of a narwhal before. So, and then yesterday I heard what one was. I learned what one was, and then I got to hear the song. It's an educational channel here. Got 4th graders coming in asking me questions. I had fun with that yesterday. So sing with me this mournful dub, sing with me. Sing for years, sing for the laughter, sing for the tears, sing with me. If it's just for today, maybe tomorrow the good Lord take you away. Yep. See, I definitely don't wear earbuds. I think that's kind of foolish. Um, yeah, I think it's kind of foolish to shut yourself off like that. I am full believer in being conscious of my surroundings all the time. Um, and yeah, I'm not going to be wearing earbuds. And if I did, it would be just one so I could hear, and it'd be in my bad ear, not my good ear. So, yeah. I see people driving down the road with headsets on, and it's like, really? Yeah, the lyrics to Dream On by Aerosmith. Morgan James, if you've ever, was it Morgan James? Yeah. If you ever heard of Morgan James, she's a singer. She's Juilliard trained opera singer. But she does a lot of covers of different bands or different songs, and she does a version of Dream On with God, what's the name of the group? They take modern songs or classic rock type songs, and they make them more like a smoky tavern type song. Just Google Morgan James and Dream On, and she does an excellent version of that. It's the the 20s type music, like in a bar, smoky bar in the 20s. And yeah, it's pretty cool. She does Dream On. There's another girl that does a cover of Creep, and that's good as well. Postmodern, the name of the group is Postmodern Jukebox. So yeah, check that out if you want to see some good singing. Postmodern Jukebox, Morgan James, and the other one she's like runner up on one of those singing competition TV shows. So yeah, Bren, start posting content, Bren. Matthew is here. Good morning, Matthew. How are you doing this morning? It is, almost 9 a.m. I went for my walk this morning. There's someone pulling up in front of my house, staring this way. And they saw me see them, and they drove away. At my house is listed on Zillow as for sale by owner, so that's probably why they're looking at it. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, day 95, walking my 2 miles. Back from that, so I got 190 miles of walking done, and going to stream for a little bit longer here, and then later on, probably around noon my time, which it's 9 a.m. right now, and about 3 hours from now, I'm probably going to come back on a live stream again and be out in my front yard with a pole saw, trimming up that big tree right there, just trimming it, cutting some stuff off the sides here and there, and raising it up a little bit so it can be walked under. Ethan is here. Just got back from deer hunting. Did you get anything there, Ethan? Chill guy. I recognize your name still. Did not get anything. All right. How much longer do you have? How much longer is the season? How many more chances do you have? If I remember correctly, you're down in Texas, right? I might be totally off on that. I've done that before. I put someone yesterday in France and they were in Jordan. So you're in Illinois. Yeah, see? Yeah. It's hard to keep track sometimes. It's hard to keep up with everybody. So do you have much more? I don't deer hunt, so I have no idea how much longer is the season. You have very many more chances, or gun season starts in 6 days. Okay, so I'm guessing it's bow season right now, or whatever that. Like I said, I don't deer hunt, so I don't know. Know a little bit about it. I think it'd be. I think I'd have fun if I went. Oh, then bow. Well, what is it right now? What season is it right now? Oh, okay. Okay. Bow, then gun, then bow again. All right, I see. I was trying to think of a third category of weapon that you'd use to deer hunt with. Slingshot season. The Kinks come dancing. I like the Kinks. Ray Davies. Yep. Oh, you got a whole bunch of stuff there. I didn't even see that comment. British rock band: Beatles, Black Sabbath, Clash, Def Leppard, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Led Zeppelin, Motorhead, Ozzy, Pink Floyd, Queen, Rolling Stones, and The Who. And the Kinks. There's quite a few more. Cream. Oh my gosh, you'd go on and on and on forever. Dracula does live there, yes. In knife season. You really got me, yeah. They had, I pretty sure, I don't know if it was a greatest hits album or it was a live album of the Kinks. Can't remember. I used to listen to that quite a bit though. I think it was the greatest hits album that I had of theirs. A lot of good songs. Not just You Really Got Me. Used to love Pearl Jam. Lester subscribed to Plywood and Ducky. All right. How was my walk? My walk was good. 2 miles today. It's kind of quiet out today. Didn't see any deer on my walk today. Been a few days since I've seen any deer. No trash today. Oh, well, I'll take that back. If you go back and watch the replay, the very beginning of the walk, as soon as I got to the trail, I had to pick up 2 water bottles, and they were 5 steps away from the trash can. After I picked up the 2 water bottles, one on either side of the trail, picked up the 2 water bottles, I counted out my steps, and it took me 5 steps to walk to the trash can and put them in the trash can. My goodness. Can't take 5 steps just to throw a water bottle away. Anyway, Yeah, so if you go back to my replay after it posts, you'll see at the very beginning of it, within the first 30 seconds, I'm picking up trash. So, uh, yeah, I did go on my walk today. 2 miles, day 95, so we're up to 190 miles now. We'll be hitting 200 miles on Thursday. I'm gonna go to a place called High Falls State Park. And there's some waterfalls there. They call them high falls, but they're not really high. More of like cascading water, but it's nice. It's very nice. I like it there. But it's about an hour north of here, closer to Atlanta. So UK has the greatest rock bands more than the US, which is interesting because the blues were getting invented here in America. Yeah, longer than that. I mean, goodness, way back in a century ago, back in the 20s and 30s, there were, and a lot of these bands, yeah, they base their music. Led Zeppelin talks about that a lot. Um, Rolling Stones, Beatles, a lot of them base their music on old blues bands. Johnny Be Good, Jailhouse Rock. All right, well, Ethan, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you coming by. It's good to see you. Every day, 7:30 in the morning, I'm out walking. So anytime you want to come by, definitely appreciate it. I'm going to go live a little bit later, around noon my time, about 3 hours from now. I'm going to go live and I'm going to come out and trim up that tree back there. Just do some trimming. I'm not cutting it down. So, mafioso, hit your push-ups. Don't forget. Yeah, I ain't doing no push-ups. You checked out his channel, J-Dog? Cool. Yeah, Ethan does some fishing content and stuff like that. And he came in on my live streams in the very beginning, long before I started walking. Just live stream sitting in my kitchen, and came in and started talking with me. And yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. Coffee's not waking you up. You need some of that high test coffee, like that's old school saying high test. Yeah, that coffee that Ducky drinks. Ethan, I am the coolest. Yeah, everybody click on it, especially all my moderators. Click on Ethan's name there, and you'll see his channel. Go subscribe to his channel. Ducky, I understand that. I definitely understand that. I've definitely had many days like that. I get out and I start working out in the yard or something, especially creating that big pile of debris out in my yard, and um, I end up overdoing it, and then 2 days afterwards, I'm sitting around just resting because I don't have the energy or strength to do anything. So nobody's coffee's working this morning? Come on. We need to set up some IVs. Just start mainlining that stuff. Solid rocket fuel. Yeah, absolutely, Ducky. Ducky's moved up to #1. How about that? Should have built the last one yesterday, but I felt like a kid with a new toy. So, of course, you had to. Yeah, Absolutely. You're young, Ducky. You'll recover quickly. Got that #1 crown. All right. Go for a walk, ride a bike, play a sport, read a book, take a bubble bath, shower, take a nap to get better. There you go. No, that's a oh my goodness. Magnolia. Brandon took the crown back. Yeah. Yeah, Joshua, that's a magnolia tree out in the front yard. They're pretty common down here. I've got, let's see, there's one, there's two. My goodness, there's three, four. I probably got about half a dozen of them in my yard. They get great big huge flowers on them, just about year round. Big white flowers. I don't see any on it right now. It'll probably be a while before I get any more flowers on that one. But the leaderboard battle, yeah. Yeah, they're evergreen. They're always green, and but the leaves on them are fall year round. And so I almost always have these. All those leaves are from that tree. They tend to fall a little bit more in the fall, but you can see all of them turning brown. A lot of them turning brown there. These are. This is an old. That's an old flower head there, and seed pod. So yeah, these things fall off and get hard, and then you come out here barefoot and you step on them, and they don't feel good at all. But yeah, you can see I'm holding the phone right now at eye level. So if I try to walk underneath this, I walk right into the tree. So all this is getting kind of trimmed back today, just so I can walk underneath it. Probably take that branch clear back up into here. So crunch, crunch, crunch. All them dry leaves. What I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna set up my tripod and just move my tripod as I'm trimming stuff. Yeah, it's got something. According to what I've read, as far as how to get that #1 crown, it's the amount of time you're on the live stream, and then comments that you make, and liking the live stream, those kinds of things. So, Death Wish Coffee. It is definitely a good shade tree. I mean, put a nice picnic table under that. Yeah. If I ever get around to fixing my chainsaw, I've got a cedar tree that's fallen down over in the side yard, and I'm going to try to. I just need it. I got all the branches off of it already. I just need to cut it up, and I'm gonna try to make a little bench out of it. Basically, I'm gonna cut 2 stumps, like rounds, about maybe 25 to 30 inches high, and carve those out like a bowl in the tops of them. And then I'm gonna cut another piece about 3 feet long, and basically cut it long ways, a log long ways, so it's flat on top, and then just set that on top of the 2 stumps. So try to make a little bench. I think it'll be cool. Brandon Ducky are going back and forth with the number one, yeah. Yeah, there's an area. If I was going to stay here, there's so many things I'd like to do with this yard. It's the house sits on 2 acres of land, and you hear all the traffic, and you see me walking down that busy road over there. Well, before they expanded that road and made it much bigger than it is, the people that built this house, they had horses on this land, and there's an old horse stable in my backyard. I mean, it's collapsed and trees have fallen on it, but the main posts are like round telephone poles pretty much, and huge, and they're still nice and sturdy. So yeah, if I was going to stay here, I would want to convert that into like a little, I'd just put a roof over top of it, have a fire pit in front of it, and have a nice little seating area, maybe even, grill and all that kind of stuff out there. It'd be beautiful, but yeah, I ain't staying here, so I'm not doing all that. But it'd definitely be nice for somebody. I want to try to open that up. You can't even see it right now because of all the overgrowth. I want to try to open all that up so someone can see the potential. There's 4 people in the chat, and you went from 1 to 4. Yeah. The Death Wish coffee has a lot of cream or a lot of caffeine in it. Yeah. Be fun. The metal detector in your yard. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, that's right, Joshua. You have horses. Yeah, there used to be horses on this property, and like I said, there's an old horse stable. I've been back there. I've been, dug through the branches of all the trees and got back in there, and you can still see the feeding troughs and like the place where they put the hay bales inside, and you can also see some of the wood that's been gnawed on, chewed on by the horses. So, yeah. Joshua is a hard-working man. Knitting, how are you? I look handsome. Well, thank you very much. Alicia, what's going on? You got school today? Isn't it Saturday? No old farm equipment here. That's all been cleared out, I would imagine, long time ago. I know that the story behind this house was the guy that built the house was a Air Force veteran. There's an Air Force base here. He's an Air Force veteran. Um, he was in the Air Force when when they built the house, and he raised his family here, and he passed. One of the kids took over the house, and another kid took over the house and basically just mortgaged it, got as much money out of the house as they possibly can, then just abandoned it. So, yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing in school today, Alicia? Saturday school for 4th graders? And you're too hard on them kids. And poor kids, absolutely. Oh, okay. So today you're with your gardening group. Okay. Yeah, it definitely would suck if they had to go to school on Saturday. I wouldn't like that. Yeah, I didn't like going to school on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday either, but old carriage barn. Yeah. Yeah, I lived in a little an old town for a while. I had a oldest house I ever owned. It was 150 years old, and yeah, there was a bunch of the old carriage barns around that people converted into houses and garages and stuff like that. So you graduated early. Yeah, both my stepdaughters did too. One a full year and the other one a half a year early. A couple horse hay wagon and a couple horse carriages. That's cool. Were you on a roll, Ducky? I was on the stoner honor roll in high school. You have a horse logging cart, 5 logging harnesses and chains on them. Oh wow. Yeah, they liked they wanted to learn, but they didn't like having to go to that school. Um, they both were very, but they both are very intelligent, and they love to learn. Um, but the environment was not a good environment, and that's why they hated it so much. Okay, okay, absolutely, Joshua, absolutely. That's cool to see stuff like that when there's up there in Ohio close. I was thinking about walk when I was up there. I was thinking about walking over there, and I know they have walking trails. There's a working farm up there that still uses. I don't even think they have a tractor. They still use horses and all that to do everything. They still have an ice house. Um, there's a big pond, and in the wintertime they go out and they cut ice from the pond and then store it in the ice house for the summer. So yeah, no electricity on the farm. Ducky is super smart, gifted and talented. Got the historic architecture of my county historical places book, but our house lost its historical value. Okay, there you go, Ducky. Yeah, with my daughters, it was definitely more of a the environment that they had to learn in public schools. Couldn't afford to send them to private school, so yeah, it was more the environment. And this was let's see. Well, one graduated in 2000, the other one graduated 2001. So I get my phone plugged in. Oh, God, I'm sore. That's probably what Ducky's doing today, grunting every time she has to bend over or sit down or stand up or do anything. Grunt, grunt, grunt. Goodness, big messages here. One of those west of Lancaster, Ohio. What you asking about there? Plywood. I laugh sometimes, people that come over to visit with me and they think my horse will just do anything they want for them. My horse actually don't. They only listen to certain people. Yeah. I didn't do much of the work because I wanted to be kicked out. That teacher knew it and knew it too and kept me there. Yeah. Alicia's friend, hi. Yes, I do believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. Your arms and hands hurt. An old working farm. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's north of Dayton, Ohio. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it now. It's part of the county. I think the county runs the park district there, and it's part of the park district there. But yeah, it's an old working farm. You have 12 horses? Oh wow. Whoa. What a comment there, Bren. Whoa. When you're talking about 12 horses. I don't know if you meant it that way, but that's how I took it. So I have thoroughbreds, I have quarter horses, I have Appaloosas, I've got a quarter horse crossed with a Belgian. Oh wow. And Belgian draft horses. There you go. Ducky Bren. The Ducky Bren Rescue Center. Bren and Ducky's Ark. There you go. Their house was built in 1886. Says in the book they tore off the porch in the front, has the original big doors and big windows. Yeah, I had a house that was built in 1885, and yeah, there was a lot of cool things in it. I was they had the old pocket doors in there, and I pulled the pocket doors out, and I found newspapers from the 30s and talking about the rise of the Nazi Party in Germany. Yeah, talking good about it though, not bad. That was the sad thing about it. Oh yeah, people not taking care of horses. Yeah, I imagine that probably happens way too often because I know it's got to be expensive to take care of horses. So people get them because they think, oh yeah, a horse would be cool to have, and then they don't realize what it's going to take care of them. And Okay, yeah, the state's checking you out all the time. They should. Has the build-ins. Yeah, those old houses are cool. Um, One of the things I uncovered in that house that I owned was it had a dumbwaiter in it. The old, like an elevator, but it was just a small box basically, because the kitchen was in the basement before they, had air conditioning. They had a kitchen in the basement that they would cook in, and just so it wouldn't heat up the house in the summertime. And so, yeah, they had a dumbwaiter where they would prepare the food in the kitchen and pull it upstairs in the dumbwaiter. So, problem is, I can't keep every horse that they have you come and get a lot of times. I bring them in and I work them and straighten them out and get things fixed on them. I rehabilitate them. Well, that's pretty cool, Josh. The Asher House. Natalie, hello, how are you? Good to see you today. I am doing very well, Natalie. How are you today? What's the you guys were talking about rescues. What's the guy that sitting with dogs? What's the name of that channel? I've definitely watched a lot of his stuff. You got a migraine? Oh no. Yeah, I can't remember. He has kind of a different name, but I watch that channel. Sitting with dogs, I think is the name of the. But I can't remember the guy's name now that's on it. I think he's out in Arizona or something, maybe Southern California. That's pretty cool how he can go in and go into those shelters with those dogs that have been abused and everything. Yeah, and yeah, just sit with them until he eventually gets them sitting in his lap and wagging their tails. Yeah, I've seen some of those, and sadly, a couple of them were German shepherds, and yeah, that German shepherd just has their nose just plastered in the corner, won't come out of the corner, and they just stick their nose in that corner and just will not budge out of the corner. And he eventually gets them to come to him and sit in his lap. Definitely a good guy and a good channel to watch. If you like dogs, that's definitely a good channel to watch. I haven't seen any of his stuff in a while, but I got on a binge with him with that channel one time, and yeah, I was sitting there for hours just watching a lot of his videos. What? German Shepherds, no discipline. Oh my, yeah, they haven't been trained properly if they have no discipline. Shepherds are good dogs. Why do you think they use them so much as working dogs? Oh yeah, Lester, those old houses they don't have any insulation at all in them. Yeah, German Shepherds are amazing dogs. Yours was hyperactive. Yeah, it all comes down to training. As far as I'm concerned, it all comes down to training, and you can train a German Shepherd. They're very smart and very loyal dogs. Yeah, German Shepherds are very loyal dogs. I know a lot of dogs do this, but the German Shepherd, I've had a few German Shepherds, and the last one I had for 8 years, 7 or 8 years, and anytime that I was sitting someplace, she would be sitting in front of me or somewhere around me, but she would be with her back toward me so she could watch and see who was coming up. Setchint. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen some of those videos of the what do they call it? The Malinois. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, protecting kids. Yeah, there's a guy that I've seen some place. I don't know if it's just one channel, but there's a guy that he'll go out walking with I don't know if they're all German shepherds, but he'll go out walking with like a dozen dogs at one time, and have them all off leash and walking in like busy cities, and those dogs are just like right there with him the entire time. But he'll walk them with off leash the whole time. So you know what? We've been streaming for 2 hours now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here for now. Let my phone charge up for a little while, and I'm gonna come back on in about 2.5 hours at noon, right around noon sometime, and go out and start trimming up that tree out in my front yard. So yeah, I will definitely live stream at right around noon. I'm gonna work on. I let my phone charge up for a little while. Work on my flags a little bit, and at least get them moved outside. And come back around noon, and we'll go out and start trimming up the tree. Make sure you're there, Bren, so you can see me using my pull saw. We will see you all in a little while. Go have some fun, get some food, some coffee in you. Wake up, take a little nap, whatever you got to do. That'd be cool, Joshua, to see that. All right, we'll see you all later. Peace.